Donnie Diamond, what's going on? Peace, peace, peace. Wealthy rising, wealthy rising, wealthy rising. How's everybody doing out there? Cumiel, what's going on? Big shout out to everybody that's tuning in and tapping in right now. I appreciate the love, as always. We're going to give it a couple of minutes, let people tune in, tap in. The Instagram page is public, so if you can share this out, tag a family, tag a friend. Wa alaikum salam. Chuma Abu Barak. What's going on, brother? Welcome. Welcome. It's been a minute since I've been live. Been doing a lot of building, though. Working on a lot of new things. Got a lot to share in the coming weeks. There we go. In the coming weeks. Tony Mack, what's the word? Wealthy rising, wealthy rising, wealthy rising. How's everybody doing out there? Peace, power, and prosperity, family. You already know what time it is. Bitcoin Block Bully coming to you once again with an early riser show of coffee and crypto. How we feeling out there? How we feeling out there? Hopefully everybody is still in high spirits. More so than that, though, I'm hoping that everybody is still in position and y'all ain't got shook out. Y'all ain't got bored out. Like, you got to understand, if you really want to be excited during the bull market, then you really want to take advantage of the bear market. You know what I mean? By a show of hands, just by a show of hands, how many of us out there have been staying headstrong, still making those dollar deposits? Remember, $1 a day keeps poverty away. In fact, let's actually kick it off with that. Let's take a quick look, right? Let's take a quick look at what $1 a day could do for you. Here we go. So remember, you don't have to break the bank in order to start investing in your life, in your future. Because remember, especially when we're talking about digital assets, right? This is future money. I keep telling y'all all the time, stop thinking about today and tomorrow. Think about the future. If you would have listened to me 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, now would be the future. You would be reaping those rewards of paying attention back then. So you got to think. This is what I try to tell the young guys out here in Chicago, right? I know life is hard, but man, shorty, if y'all looking at being here in the next 5 or 10 years, wouldn't you want to be in a better position than you are now? In order to do that, people think that life, you just come across licks or some shit like that, right? They think that just one day something's gonna happen that's gonna push you over the edge. And you do have individuals that become lucky, but that's like a very small percentage. Very small percentage. for the majority of us, man, it's all about the blood, sweat, and tears you got to put in. You know, stop sitting back waiting for somebody else to make something happen or somebody else to bust a move and then you try to jump on top of the move. You know what I mean? One thing that I've learned through my years of hustling and now through my years of investing, which is probably 2 to 1, um, it's all about patience. It's all about patience. It's about strategy. It's about discipline. You know, it ain't never about really the lick because you got to think of it like this. Even when you hit licks in the street, that money be here and gone. Just to be honest, you know, if you ain't got no plans for anything, it really don't matter how much money you come across. If you don't know how to respect it, right, it's never gonna put you in a better position. Money come and go. Money come and go. Um, let me actually see. Let me see something real quick. Sano, what's the word? Hey, I talked to them. They say it's better if you just come down there. I did talk to them. They said it's better if you just come down there. Hit my line after I get off this live though, and we'll talk about it. Hit my line when I get off this live, and we'll talk about it. But let me see. Let me just share this out to a couple of people on this good morning. Share this out to a couple of people on this good morning. See who we can get in the chat. Like I told y'all, the live is you did what they say. Well, no, don't say nothing. Text me. Text me. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. But nonetheless, like I was saying, right? Let's look at and what I like to do for everybody, what I like to do is look at it from a 10-year mark. So we'll go 2000, you know, the last 10 years, 2000, January 2025, and we'll run it till exactly 10 years, which would be January 2026, right? Exactly 10 years. Is that 10 years? January 2025 to January 2026. And what we're going to do is we're going to do $1 a day. Why is that not right? And we're doing that daily. That can't be right. Hold on. Weekly. If we're doing that daily, why is this not reading right? We're repeating it every single day from January 2025. Yeah, that's not right. Hold on. Something not right about these numbers here. We're repeating it daily, right? We're going from January 25. No, okay, that's the problem. 2015. That was my fault. There we go. January 2015. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Till January of 2025. That's what we're looking for. There we go. Now we got the numbers right. My apologies. I'm so over here having a brain fart like, Joe, this shit not adding up at all. You know what I'm saying? It's not adding up at all. All right. Here's what we're looking for. Right here. So if you would have did $1 a day, just $1 a day, right? This is just you and your individual capacity. You know, I mean, if it's you and another individual, y'all can do 50 cents and make it $1 a day. You know what I'm saying? But if you was just to take the time, energy, and discipline out and allocate $1 a day to Bitcoin, now this to Bitcoin. It's not even to none of the cheaper coins, which could definitely probably give you a better return. This to one of the most high price coins. You know what I'm saying? And still looking at it from $1 a day perspective, right? From January 2015 to January 2025, you would have spent $3,654. Okay, 365 days, right? And you would have saved $3,654. And when I say saved, what I mean is that you're putting $1 to the side a day. So you're saving that dollar. The difference is you're saving it in a different vehicle. You get what I'm saying? That's the main difference. You saving it in a totally different vehicle. So in this example, you're saving it in the Bitcoin vehicle, not the real estate vehicle, not the stock market vehicle. You're saving it in the Bitcoin vehicle, right? So you're putting it in this magic box. Now, from putting it in this magic box, as we'll call it, right? It's not the fact that it'd be worth $229,000. It's more so, and what I want y'all to pay attention to, right? This is what I really, really, really want y'all to pay attention to. This is a byproduct of this, right? This is determined by how much of this you have. Pay attention to what I'm telling you. This number that everybody focuses on is determined by the amount of this number. So what I want you to pay attention to is the fact that $1 a day was able to get you 2.44939 Bitcoin, which is nothing more than 244,939,000 Satoshis. Remember, it's all about the Satoshi count, never about the dollar amount. Pay attention to what I'm telling y'all. It's always about the Satoshi account, never about the dollar amount, right? Because you're exchanging the dollars for a certain amount of Satoshis, right? If we look at, let me see. Where is they calculator at? Here we go. I think this is it. This is it. This is it. So look, right? This is how you want to kind of look at this. Right now, $1 gets you 1,269 sats. Now it ain't always been like that. $1 used to get you way more. $1 used to get you way more, right? But this is what y'all want to focus on. Because what I want y'all to pay attention to or think about is, what if each one of these Satoshis become $1? That means right now, $1 or $1 worth of purchasing power. $1 worth of purchasing power, right? What if $1 in the future gave you $1,200? You kind of get what I'm saying? Let me know if this is making sense. Let me know if this is making sense the way I'm trying to break it down to y'all. Let me know if this is making sense. I don't want to lose you, but it's all about the Satoshi count. It's never about the dollar amount, right? Especially if you're thinking on future money. Especially if you're thinking about future money. So remember, $1 a day over the last 10 years was able to get you 244,939,000 Satoshis, which today that would be what? 244,939,000 Satoshis. That's about $192,943 today, even with Bitcoin having the pullback it had. And see, that's another thing that I want people to realize. That's another thing I want you to realize. These dips that you're seeing don't hurt you depending on where your entry and how your average is. Because if you've been buying Bitcoin over the last couple of years, all this did was put you from where? 230,000 down to 192,000. Big fucking whoop. Right? Think about this. If you were to have accumulated this amount of capital, only paying attention to the amount of Satoshis you had, right? And still doing $1 a day, still earning more Satoshis, getting those 1,200 Satoshis a day, do you really care about a $230,000 dip down to 190,000? Is it really that big of a problem for you? Is it really that big of a nuisance? Or is it a nuisance for those that come in Johnny come lately all the time and buy at the top, and now they underwater? You say you finally been able to get back on track with your $1 a day. Good move. Good move. Damn good move. So yeah, it's like I keep telling y'all, if you're thinking about the future, right? If you're thinking about the future, you have to think about it in a way of Satoshis being the denomination and unit of account of choice. So now you got to change your mind from thinking, man, I want to make a lot of money, to I want to make a lot of Satoshis. This is ultimately where I want all of my followers to be at. Whereas we are paying attention to the Satoshi amount, not the dollar amount. The only reason we utilize the dollar amount is because it's the value at which we're utilizing to calculate right now. But what you want to understand is that when you get these dips like we're seeing right now, right? These are the times that you want to be able to take advantage. These are the times that you want to add more than what you was doing in the bull market to that Satoshi account. Because when the bull market flips back over, right? When that Satoshi account comes back, when that bull market comes back around, that Satoshi account is going to give you a higher dollar value, even though it's the same amount of Satoshis. You get what I'm saying? It's just like buying a block of gold. The block of gold don't change. What changes is what the block of gold is worth. So now let me ask you, is the idea to just buy one block of gold and watch the value of that one block of gold go up and down, or to acquire as much gold as possible, right? If that's going to be your basis of wealth. I'm really trying to change the mindset. In fact, and you know who understands it? You know who really understands it? Let me see. If don't nobody else understand it, right? If don't nobody else understand it, Michael Saylor from Michael Strategy understands it. If don't nobody else understand what's going on, this man understands what's going on. What's today's date? Today's the 1st. Happy 1st to everybody. Happy 1st. Happy 1st to everybody. The 1st of the month, right? This man gets it. Remember, this is an average cost in millions. So we bought an average on the 27th of April of 255 million. Now, before that, he bought 2,542,000,000 on the 20th, 1,000,000,000 1 million on the 13th, 330,000 on the 6th. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll see if there's a pattern. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So last April, he only bought 3 times. This April, he bought a total of 4 times. And then before that, 4 times. And then before that, 4 times. And then before that, 4 times in a month. You know, but this is his average. This is his average in strategy. This is his average in strategy that you're seeing. My man said he's close to 19 million Satoshis by DCAing over the last couple of years. Hey, wait. Yeah, 19 million. Okay. My man. I'll make sure I was reading it right. Hey, and that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Where clan is to go understand better. Wait, what? Where clan is go to understand better. First timer. Reword if you can, broski. Reword if you can. Are there any other DCA protocols you would recommend? Definitely. You got DCA protocols on juke.ag. I mean, hell, we're in the time now, right? We're living in a time now where we have AI agentic workers that are able to perform certain tasks. I just did a class where I showed you where you can have an AI bot do dollar cost averaging for you. You know what I'm saying? In fact, it's to be honest with you, it's so much. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna show you this. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I got something for you. Hold on. Where is it? What is that on? That's part of I'm trying to think who that's a part of. I got something for you though. Hold on. I just gotta remember where it's at. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I got something for you for the dollar cost averages out there. Hold on. I got you. Give me 1 second. There we go. That's what it is. Yep. Here we go. Here goes some good alpha for you right here. Hold on. Here goes some good alpha for you. I got you. Hold on. Here we go. Right here. Here we go. So what you're looking at right here is the BTC YOLO vote, right? This is, you only live once vote, but this is for my long-term Bitcoin accumulators, right? Now, what this is a time sensitive vault, meaning that it expires December 31st, 2026. Um, what it allows you to do, right? The way that it works. Let me see. Where are here we go. So they use a what is it? What is it? What is it? They use, if I'm not mistaken, time. Is it true value or time value? I think it's time value average increases buying intensity as price drops, and you can stay conservative at higher prices, right? So the way that this DCA works is that you deposit stable coins, right? You deposit stable coins, and as the price drops below certain thresholds, it ramps up your dollar cost average and allocates more capital. As price rises, it pulls back and eases back on deploying so much capital out at that specific price. You get what I'm saying? So it's a dollar cost average, but it's a dollar cost average that works in your favor the lower price goes. All right. And this is on app.troves.fi. Once again, that's app.troves.fi. All right. I would like to catch up. I'm a little behind. Just found you. Got you. What you can do is go check out my website, blockwallstreet.biz. Blockwallstreet.biz. If you're completely new, what I would start with is the puzzle. It does come with a free consultation. Where we at? Right here. Yep. Here we go. Right here. So check out the puzzle. If you're completely new to the world of blockchain, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, get the beginner's book. It allows you to, like I said, get a free consultation with myself. Read the book first before you book the consultation, because a lot of people like to get the book and just book the consultation, and they end up asking me shit that they would have read in the book. And to me, that's you kind of wasting your consultation. So allow the book to create a foundation, and then allow the consultation to build on top of that foundation. Is the way that I would go with it, in all honesty. Once again, that's blockwallstreet.biz. All right. But yeah, you got the WBTC YOLO vote. For anybody that's interested, this is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. Let me put that out there right now as a disclaimer. I do not share any type of financial advice. This is education and entertainment, right? Um, you could lose all your money coming over here into this space. Okay, understand that right now. Only invest that which you are willing to lose until you grow it to that which you're not willing to lose. Then you got to start making those hard decisions, right? But anyways, right? You know they got the whole notion of selling May and go away. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all honestly think about selling May and go away? Are some of y'all following the trend and going to blindly sell and get out of your positions and come back in the following one? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? What do you think about that? Yeah, but at the end of the day, though, that's you if you opt into that digital ID system, though. That you saying how you gonna get around a digital ID is just like saying how you get around IDs in the norm. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, everybody didn't have no fucking ID. You get what I'm saying? That's a system that they brought in. So at the end of the day, there's going to be digital IDs that individuals are going to operate with as they go into a digital space. It's really about how you conduct yourself at the end of the day. That's what I want everybody to understand about any and all of this public and private information, right? It's really about how you conduct yourself. There's a way that you can utilize the public, but it's once you understand how to utilize it. Instead of being a victim of it, you become a player of it. Instead of becoming a victim of the game, you learn how to play the game. So digital ID or not, it's always going to be a way that you can conduct yourself in a private manner with other private individuals. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, these are all my opinions. All right. But yeah, how do y'all feel about selling May and go away? How do y'all feel about that? Right? I don't know. I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I agree, especially looking at Bitcoin, especially looking at Bitcoin. What we on the monthly? Oh, we on our second month? Okay. Hold on. There we go. We on our second month of negative momentum. We can see that the bears are getting a bit exhausted, right? This is what we look for. This is what we look for, right? Let's actually do this. Let's do this. Hold on. Let's actually do this. Let's do this. Let's mark off every time we've had loss of negative momentum on the monthly real quick. Hold on. That'll be about right there. About right there. Right there. Right there. And now we have right here. All right. So we got those marked off, right? We got those marked off. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to take a look at what was going on with price when this loss of negative momentum came in and where were we at ultimately. All right. All right. So if we take a look, the first one came in right about here. Okay. So now what do? We mark off the previous low from that point. Let's see. Previous low was here, came in there. High was, we'll say high was here. So you had a range, you broke it upwards and onwards into the bull market. Okay, that's one time. Let's get rid of those real quick, or we can just move them. So now, the second one came in here. So we mark off the low. I mean, you really don't have a high. You really don't have a high because you kind of instantly went into a bull market, had a decent pullback, very nice pullback. So he gave you what? 300% move, pull back and gave you altogether a 72% discount, 50% on the average, right? And even on that 50%, you had another loss of negative momentum, went into a bull. Okay. Okay. Once again, here we have our dip down. Let me see. Previous high would have been here to the left. And very interesting. When you broke the previous high, look how you back tested it as support. Look at that. Resistance, broke it, back test, back test, back test, and then launch. Not too bad. Not too bad. And all I'm doing is just showing y'all history. This ain't no crystal ball. I'm just looking at, hey, what has happened in the past when this happened? And that gives us kind of an idea of what could, not guaranteed, but could possibly happen in the future. So, okay. So that was the last couple of times we've seen negative momentum come in on a monthly. Okay, well, look how price looks now. Not too bad. Not too bad. It's definitely nothing that I would want to sell right now. Looking at it in this format, you get what I'm saying? Chicago Bully, I've been hip to you through KTL. I'm a beginner in this crypto space. Where should I start? I'd rather you point me in the right direction than the deep research how to succeed in crypto. Hey, that's one of the smartest shit anybody's ever said, Joe. You saying because people are, hey, you got the right mindset. D-Pin 17, you got the right mindset. Because Joe, that's a rabbit hole in and of itself, just trying to look. Because you know what the average person is gonna do? What go research and go type in something like what's the best coin to buy? What's the best investment to make? Y'all gotta understand that ain't how you go about it. But anyways, I appreciate the question, brother. If you can or sister, um, what you can actually do is you can go to my website, blockwallstreet.biz, blockwallstreet.biz. If you're a complete beginner, what I would say is check out the puzzle. Check out the puzzle. It's a beginner's book. It does come with a free consultation, right? And let me say, for those that are coming to the table right now, I'm gonna tell you something. The best time. And this is me personally. I really hate onboarding people in the middle of a bull market. I prefer to onboard people during the bear market because I already know that them planting them seeds at that specific time are going to yield a much better crop than you coming in late in the season. You get what I mean? In fact, you know what? I damn near forgot. I got I actually got a book, a boot camp coming up, a 4-week boot camp for anybody that's interested. Right? I got a 4-week boot camp coming up starting in May. Actually, in May, I got a couple of signups already. We're only doing, I think, 30 people tops. Highly undervalued. What is it? I think it's only $500, and we're going to do 4 weeks worth of meetups, 2 days out the week. 2 days out the week for 4 weeks. And it's really geared towards those that are just now beginning, because I'm going to start off from the basis where we don't even have a wallet. What wallets are we going to use? What networks are we going to operate on? What blockchains are we going to be interacting with? What ecosystems are we going to be entering? How are we going to utilize these ecosystems? I'm really going to give you a blueprint from start to finish that allows you to then go out on your own journey with the right amount of tools, right? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that the information that I bring, honestly, and this is just the honest to God truth, you by yourself, where I'm able to get you within a month's time, would probably take you a better part of maybe 2.5 to 3 years. I'm just honest, and that's if you're crunching. Because there's been people that's been involved in cryptocurrency for 4, 5, 6 years and have never touched decentralized finance. Don't even know anything about decentralized finance. Doesn't understand the underlying ecosystem that a lot of these cryptocurrencies are backing. A lot of people look at crypto and think this shit is just like stocks. Oh, they're things you trade. It's like, nah, Joe. A lot of these are tomorrow's Fortune 500 companies, believe it or not. Right? A lot of these are Fortune 500 companies, believe it or not. You got your first $1,000 worth of Satoshis, or 1,000 Satoshis. Salute to you, no matter what. Irregardless, salute. Right? But yeah, me personally, I don't know about selling right now. In my humble opinion, as of right now, right, as long as we're above $70,000 to $71,000 on a monthly basis, closing above that level, my next level of interest is about $84,000. Right? Now, if we're able to break through $84,000 and flip that from resistance into support, at that time, I extend my target to $100,000. Okay? Now, if we want to talk about future tense, what we can do is take a look at Coinbase real quick. And what I would do, let's extend this to the back, take it to the all-time high. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, on the monthly swing high, swing low, look at this. This is beautiful. This already gives you an idea of what you're looking for. We got the break on April, right? Now in May, we're looking to hold on a monthly above $75,000. If and only if we can hold above 75,000, it already gives you that move between 85 to like 101,000. So now we're looking at 84 to 85 to 100 to $101,000, right? As projected targets to the upside. Always remember, y'all, this is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. Please don't take this as any type of financial advice. These are my opinions and my opinions alone. Any and everything that I'm telling you could be 100% wrong. Always go do your own due diligence. What I'm doing right now is just technical analysis. That's it. That's all. I appreciate the support. I'm going to send you an email that allows you to set up your one-on-one consultation. Anybody that's interested in taking that 4-week boot camp, if you are interested in taking that 4-week boot camp, right, you can send an email to blockwallstreetwork@proton.me. That's blockwallstreetwork@proton.me. Once again, blockwallstreetwork@proton.me. Just put the word boot camp in the subject and I'll know what you're reaching out about. Once again, it's a 4-week program. This is for those that are serious, and you want to change the foreseeable future as we move into a digital paradigm, right? Everything's going to be tokenized and digitized. Understand that. And when I say that, I'm speaking especially within the financial world, but records as well, right? Whether we're talking about land, whether you're talking about precious metals, right? A lot of that is already tokenized. Anyways, back to the matter at hand. So now, if we're able to crack through, right? If we're able to crack through, let me show you. Let me give you a blueprint. Right now, what you're looking to do is you're looking to hold this level right here as support, right? If we do not break that back below this level right here, at that point, I'll look to target this gold box up there. So that means anywhere between 85 to 93 to $101,000. Now, if and only if we're able to break above this golden box and turn it into support. Listen to what I'm telling you. These are the must, right? These are the non-negotiables. This is what has to happen. If and only if we're able to flip $101,000 to support. Me personally, I'm targeting the previous high. I'm already looking at, okay, we've already reversed on the monthly. We're back above the 61.8. We've had a 61.8% correction to which we have dominated, right? I'm looking at previous highs and I'm looking at the first golden pocket. I'm looking at the first golden pocket at that point. So now what that does for me, once again, y'all, this is just for me, and this is only on the grounds that we're able to dominate this golden box and then retake 126,000 as support, because that was resistance. At that point, this is me. At that point, I'm going to extend my targets to somewhere between $144,000 to $167,000 with an emphasis on 153,750. Okay. Hopefully this is making sense. And this is what I mean. I'm gonna tell you like this. Mark my words. The average Joe, the average news, the public, they're not gonna come back and probably get involved and excited about Bitcoin until we get back above somewhere. I'm gonna say like, just you get into a Uber and he's telling you to buy Bitcoin, probably back above $126,000. They're not gonna be interested in none of this prime real estate down here. None of this prime real estate down here, right? Just like if we go back in time, nobody cared about prime real estate back here when Bitcoin was 16, 17,000. I did though. For those that remember, I did a live January 1st, 2016. January 1st, 2016. No, not 2016, 2022. My apologies. The price was 16,000. That's what it was. The price was 16,000. So the beginning of the year, price opened at $16,530. And I went live and I told people, let today be the day that you make a difference. Let today be the day that you make the decision. Let today be the day that you make the choice to get yourself involved in these digital assets. Now, mind you, that was with Bitcoin coming off a high of $69,000 roughly, right? 69,000. So at that time, people had been washed out. People was like, man, fuck Bitcoin. That's just a failure. Don't nobody, people like, man, don't nobody want to buy Bitcoin right now. You can go buy something else. I'm like, Joe, y'all tripping. Like that's what I don't get. It be so much hype at the top and little to no interest at the bottom, which is where you make your fucking money at. Everybody wants to jump on a moving locomotive. That's the thing. Everybody wants to jump on a moving locomotive. Nobody wants to jump or get on at the train station when it's just sitting there picking people up, which is where it's at now. A lot of these carts, a lot of these trains, a lot of these locomotives that you see, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, Aave, AVAX, Chainlink, BNB, Solana, Optimism, Stacks, Aptos, Uniswap, Sui, Techum. A lot of these trains are at the station picking up what we call smart money. They're picking up what we call smart money. All right. Invalidation will be below the support level. Below 70. Right now, your first warning shot is getting back below 75,000. After that, below 70,000. Below 70,000, I'm looking at a retest of 60 and a possibility of 57 to 55,000. Below 70,000. Right? So right now, that's not in my chips right now. That's not in my forecast. But 75,000 for me is the first warning shot. And then below that, 70,000 is what's going to open up the door for me to see a $10,000 drop to 60,000. Once again, in my humble opinion. But if we look at the monthly returns on Bitcoin, specifically in May, we can go back. We can look at 2025. You were up 10%, not too bad. Let me see, 10%. What would a 10% rise be on Bitcoin right now? 10% from where we opened at. Hold on. Let me do it like this. Hold on. Here we go. A 10% rise out of Bitcoin from open. 10% will put you somewhere around $84,000. $84,000 on a 10% move. That was last month, though. I mean, last year, excuse me. That was 2025. 2024, we had 11%. Now, 2023, we lost 7%. 2022, we lost 15%. 2021, we lost 35%. But that was on the back of a 9.5% gain in 2020, 52% gain in 2019, almost a 20% loss in 2018, a 52% gain in 2017. I was around for this ride right here. I was already making YouTube videos when this ride right here started in 2017. I don't think I was on Instagram yet, though. I may have been. Maybe I was. I got to go back and look. Maybe I was on Instagram in 20. I think I was on Instagram, but I wasn't going live like this. So I didn't even know how to go live on Instagram. I was only going live on Facebook and YouTube, right? 2016, I was in it, but I didn't know nothing about charts. I ain't know nothing about percentages. I was using this shit for something totally different in 2016. 2017 is when I got my big break. That's when I realized what I had at my fingertips. That's when I made the decision to stop doing the bullshit I was doing and to change my life and to go head first into this full time, 100%, all gas, no brakes. That's what did it. That's what did it. Right? If I was in the state, I'm definitely gonna pull up though. Wait, what are your thoughts on Michael Saylor's new security called STRC? Would you buy it for cash flow? Oh man, it's so I would say if I'm talking to individuals in a more traditional sense, yes. But me personally, you know, I like I like the other side of things, right? So what I like, which isn't in the US yet, but for everybody that's outside the US, you can participate in this. I like Roxum, which gives you an annualized dividend rate paid monthly in Bitcoin though. So those monthly dividends ain't coming in dollars, they coming in BTC. So I like Roxum. I like Saturn Credit. Because what you're seeing with Michael Saylor's STRC instrument, what you're seeing are platforms now building a man. So hey Joe, I love it. I love the investment space. I promise you, this shit is just like the streets to me. Kind of the excitement, yeah. It's the excitement. It's so like when these new instruments come into play, come into the fold of the financial world, it's damn near like a new drug being introduced to the drug game. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of hype around it. Everybody's trying to get it. Everybody's trying to find a way to utilize it. It's the same shit, Joe. I love this. I love Wall Street. Fuck these streets. I love Wall Street. More so than that, I love Block Wall Street. You get what I'm saying? But anyways, Saturn Credit, right? I like what they're doing. But one of the top is gonna have to be APYX. And what we're talking about is cash flow, people. We're talking about cash flow. A lot of people don't think about cash flow. What are you going to do with your cash? See, people think you're just supposed to put cash and let it sit somewhere. You're really supposed to, well, let me not say what you're really supposed to do. You have the option and the ability to take cash and allow it to earn you more cash. That's called yield. That's why I did the class, The Road to Freedom is Paved in Yield. A lot of, especially within my demographic, we do not understand the power of yield and compounding. We only understand the power of hustling, having to do something to make more money, right? Think of it like this. The closest, nah, it really ain't nothing like that. As far as in the streets, you being able to put your capital somewhere. Well, you know what? It used to be something like that. That's like loan sharking in the streets. I guess I would say, doing private loans, but ain't nobody doing that though. So what I'm talking about is like money markets, yo. That's what I'm really talking about. Money markets. Being able to put your capital into a money market, allow it to get lent out, and then earn a yield on that capital, right? So that's a part of the game that individuals really don't understand within certain demographics, but a part of the game that you need to understand. But for cash flow, my top is APYX.fi. And some of the best rewards are over on Pendle. Some of the top rewards are over on Pendle. But that's where I would put my focus as far as dollars go. But I love what Michael Saylor's doing. In fact, let's take a look at STRC Lab and see if they're purchasing any Bitcoin. Let's see if they're purchasing any Bitcoin today. Okay, what are we doing? Nope, it's under $100. It can only purchase Bitcoin when the price is over 100. Right now, you're at $99.89. We just started off a new month. So no, I like what they're doing. Now, anybody? We just hit $1,300 right now. Live for everybody. Now, for those that remember, this is the type of shit you know what? Man, Joe, it'd be so much going through my head at one time. By a show of hands, who took the trade on Anthropic when I dropped it around $400, $500, $600? Who took the advantage and took the trade, or even just went and researched Anthropic? This was a little over or under a month ago. You can see over the last 30 days, we up 111%. This is what I mean. People ask for value, I give value, and it falls on deaf ears. Not only am I showing you how to enter the private markets that the traditional individuals can't enter right now, I'm throwing you real life alley-oops. Anybody, by a show of hands, anybody take advantage of this? Crazy. I got a class coming up next week, Monday night, where I'm going to be showing you how we can trade this utilizing leverage too. So we're going to be able to trade this with leverage, double up, triple up, right? But I mean, man, you got Anthropic, you got SpaceX, you got OpenAI, you got Anduil, you got Neuralink, you got Kalshi, Polymarket, you got access to private market. I did a whole class on this, in fact, Joe. Hold on. Like, I literally did a whole class on this. Let me see. Is it under courses? Yep, here it is right here. How to access private markets. This is it right here. Yeah, this is it right here. Gave him a whole study sheet and everything. Right? And these ain't the only private markets that we accessed. And that's what I want people to understand about this space, Joe. It opens up the door to so many possibilities that at one time the door was closed to us. Right? A lot of what I teach, a lot of what I show, you wouldn't be able to do within a traditional market because of the guardrails, because of the red tape. You know what I'm saying? So I try to throw y'all alley oops here and there. Hey, Reefer Empire, healthy, wealthy. What's going on? I try to. I throw them out there, Joe. I throw them out there. Like, people listen to who they listen to, though. You know what I'm saying? People gonna listen to who they listen to. I'm just a messenger at the end of the day. But anybody could have took advantage of this, though. Anybody, like I said, and I posted it constantly at 400, at 500, at 600, at 700, at 900, at $1,000. I just posted it the other day at $1,100. Now we at $1,300. Do y'all not know? Do y'all not understand what I'm giving y'all when I share the information on my page? And I don't get paid for none of this shit. Understand my YouTube? I don't think is it monetized? It might be monetized. No, I don't think it is. I need to go look. Instagram not monetized, right? None of that. None of that. Now, if you would like to support, if you would like to support, right, which is definitely always appreciated. In fact, we are going to have our monthly meeting for those that support within this month. There we go. You can go to buymeacoffee.com/block Wall Street. For any and everybody that ever wants to support, buy me a coffee. All I need is a coffee, Joe. That's all I ask. Hey, look, y'all continue to support my coffee habit. I'm gonna continue to go live like I do and share the information that I do because I need the energy to keep doing it. Y'all just don't know. This should be long nights and early mornings. You know what I'm saying? Long nights and early mornings, for real, for real. So any and all support is appreciated. Any and all support is appreciated. But with that being said, y'all, it's going on 10 a.m. I gotta get up out of here. Gotta go to Juma service. I appreciate all the love, all the support. Once again, for those that want to be part of the 4-week boot camp starting next week, if you want to be part of the 4-week boot camp starting next week, please reach out. Block Wall Street Work at proton.me. Just email the word, block Wall Street Work at proton.me. Email the word boot camp. We got class Monday night. We do have class Monday night. We're going to be covering futures trading. If you want to get into the futures class, just email the word futures or go to the website. Either or. But I appreciate and love you all. Everybody have a blessed Friday. Be safe. Make your next move your best move. As always, make your next move your best move. Peace, King. DCA 8K over the last 4 years worth of Bitcoin, looking to yield some type of interest income from it besides sitting in a cold wallet. Man, be real careful with your Bitcoin on the cold wallet, though. You know what I'm saying? Be real careful with that. I wouldn't put it all up, to be honest with you. I can't give you advice like that. Just be real careful with that, Joe. I would guard that with my life. You put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into that. You know what I'm saying? If I was gonna play with it, I play with a small amount, but I would understand how to play with it. Or I would start accumulating a bag to play with. You know what I'm saying? Get your long-term bag and get your play bag. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Tony, wealthy rising. Peace, peace, peace. But keep that. Don't put that bag up at risk like that, though. I wouldn't. You get what I'm saying? And that's just me being transparent. That's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears you put into that. You do not want to lose it on the whim trying to, increase what you took time to make, to accumulate. You know what I'm saying? Don't lose it on the gamble now. Not saying that DeFi is gambling, but I like to live in reality. Somebody that put that amount of time in to accumulate that, I would never say take that and just jump head in. But I would say get involved, though. Get involved. If you need any assistance, man, reach out. But hey, look, if you missed the show, y'all, go back and watch it. A lot of good information, in my humble opinion, a lot of motivational shit talk. We'll be going back live soon. Hopefully, I see you all for the 4-week boot camp. Hopefully, I see you all Monday to learn how to trade futures. Until the next one, peace out and prosperity, family. I am out of here.